That was quick. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, hello everybody. I'm Gustavo. Hope everybody's good. I haven't started, but I am already over time. So I'm gonna be burning some of Dai's time. So I'll try to be very quick. Okay. So the idea here is just to show a couple examples, right, of agents, almost like as a recap of what we saw yesterday. Okay. Okay. So let me run these things here. I think I still need to run this again. Was not authorized, but run anyway. Yeah, I'm a safe person, and I'm not a robot. Too many sessions, help. Do you have too many active sessions terminated and existing sessions to continue? You may want to check out, manage sessions maybe?
Just close all these ones.
Just closing is enough?
Yeah, just all of these ones, because they're running right now.
But just closing the tab would be enough?
Yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, it'll kill the kernel.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, I got a message. Okay, let's see. I am not a robot. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need help. Okay, I'm good. Crosswalks. Okay.
There's one more.
Oh no, come on. Okay. Oh, seriously? Like. I'm just not lucky today. Okay, let's try one more. Manage sessions. Runtime disconnected. Terminate other sections. Oh, there we go. Can I click now? And I'm not a robot. Oh no, come on, no, seriously. Okay, I think now, is this T4? Okay, we're getting there live, you know, that stuff happens. Okay. Okay, so yeah, here I'm just installing the same X terminal thing because I'll need Olema, right? So this is pretty much what Justina had shown before. So let me get this guy here. Is it copy cell or? Okay, so let's do some blah, blah, blah. Okay, so not responding. Okay, there we go, it's just a bit slow. Okay. Okay, yeah, so here I'm just installing Olem. Okay, pretty much what Justina showed before. Is this going to take a while? A little bit. Okay, but let me maybe go down here. Okay, so what's happening next? So here we're installing Olema, right? And in the next step, we're going to pull a model. So in this case, it's Llama 3.2, which is these are like the family of smaller models from Llama, right? Is this good? Okay. So we installed it, so we can start serving. Okay, cool. We're making progress, which is good. Okay, so is it running? I think so. Let's open another terminal, and let's see if we can pull a model. And remember that this is a quantized version of 3B, so this is like a very dumb model, right? So 3B is already small, and this is a quantized version of that small model, right? So it should start downloading soon. Okay, meanwhile, maybe, yeah. Okay, so it's downloading. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna go down. Yeah, so this is, okay, sorry. So this is where we will be installing AutoGen, and I think we can do it right now. This should be okay. Yeah, so this is just installed, it's just that pip install, right? And this is installing the latest 0.2.x version, in this case 37. Right, so then we get to the real AutoGen stuff, right? So first thing I'm doing, I'm just configuring Olema, right? So all you need is this thing here. So basically you just say what model you're using. This base URL basically doesn't change. For whatever reason, AutoGen was complaining about prices and stuff, so I had to sort of put this price configuration as well. Typically you don't need it, but here for some reason I needed it. And API key is just Olema, and it's always going to be like that. So, okay, so I got my model, I installed AutoGen, so I guess we can also run this guy. Okay, so this is just a quick example, right? So what's happening here? So this is one of the examples I showed yesterday, right? So we have two agents that are going to be talking to each other, and myself as a human, I will be able to interfere in the conversation, right? So we have two agents, one agent with number. So this is the name of the agent, agent with number. And this is the system message. System message is just the system prompt, right? So you're playing a game of guess my number. In the first game, you have the number 53 in your mind, and I will try to guess it. If I guess too high, say too high. If I guess too low, say too low. Okay, so it's a reasonably simple prompt. Then you need the configuration for the LLM, and in this case, we're using the Olama configuration. So this is going to be replying to the same agent twice only, right? So if it gets messages from the same agent A, it's going to reply twice, and after that, it's going to ask a human to interfere, right? And the termination message here is, it has to be a function, right? So it's a lambda function. So basically, we're checking if 53 is in the content. Is this a good termination message? Probably not, because if it guesses maybe 153, it would still terminate, right? So not the best, probably, termination message ever. But it's probably good enough for this demo. Then you have another agent. This is the one that they'll be trying to guess, right? So it has a name as well. Then system message, I have a number in my mind, and you try to guess it. If I say too high, you should guess a lower number, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then we initiate the chat. I am not a robot, come on. Okay, and then here we initiate the chat, right? So this agent is sending a message to this other agent, and the message is, I have a number between you and 1 and 100, guess it, right? So it's the guy that has the 53. Now, this model is very dumb, so I have no idea what's gonna happen. Let's see. Okay, what did I do wrong? Here. No? What's going on? Let's see. Oh, I didn't import this stuff. Oh, my bad. There we go. Okay, that is true. Yep. Okay, so let's see. It's gonna probably take a while because this is the first time I am calling Olama. So usually in the first call, it's gonna take a while, right? But let's see. Okay, so some stuff is happening. I have a number between, oh, okay, well, a lot of stuff's happening. Okay. The formatting is a bit weird, but let's see if we can sort of track what's going on. Okay, I have a number between 1 and 100, guess it. A classic game, my first guess is, also, it's funny, like they're talking like in a nice way. A classic game, my first guess is 50. Is my guess too high or too low? Your guess of 50 is too low. Keep trying, you're closer to the magic number. Okay, I'll aim higher this time, 75. So you see, okay, so I'll aim higher, my guess 75. Is that closer to the magic number? You're getting warmer. It's still too low, and then 87, and then now it's asking for me to interfere, right? So I'm gonna say that is too high, right? Because we're aiming for 53. So yeah, these agents are very dumb, right? I don't know if they'll eventually get to the 53. Yeah, it just stopped again. Yeah, so I'm just gonna exit, right? So if you go back to where we defined the model, if you picked a better model, it would probably be nicer, right? But just to show, again, like two agents talking to each other, and you as a human, you have the opportunity in this case to interfere as well, right? So this, in a real scenario, this could serve as some sort of checkpoint, for instance, right? Okay. Now, let's try something else, because this was another thing that people were sort of interested, I guess, yesterday, right? Which was, so you can have your agents and you can predefine all the conversations and the directions, right? You could say, oh, agent A is going to be talking to B, and then B will talk to C and D, and then I'm done, right? But as Audrey's mentioned yesterday, you could have this hard-coded in a workflow, and so what do you gain, right? So this other example that I'm going to show is perhaps a little bit more interesting, which is you don't predefine who is going to talk. You could, but you don't necessarily have to. And then the LLMs will sort of figure out who should speak next. So this is very dynamic, right? So you can think of, maybe you have like a very big problem you want to solve, and then you have 20 agents that have different skills, right? And then the LLM will figure out sort of what skills it should be using to solve that complex problem, right? So in this case, just as an example, right? So we had the numbers yesterday. So now I try to make it more like a natural language exercise. So there are 3 different types of agents, and they're writers, right? And this guy adds drama to a novel, and this adds mystery to a novel, right? So very simple prompt and very simple description, nothing too crazy going on. All of them are using the same model, right? So once you define your agents, and I'm sorry that I am burning your time, but I'm almost done. Then you define the group chat, right? So group chat, who is talking? So these are the 3 agents that are going to be engaging in this chat. We don't have any prior messages or contexts. 10 iterations. We are allowing possibly some of the agents to repeat, so you can choose true or false. Let's maybe start with round robin, right? So this doesn't make much sense when you have round robin, but round robin basically is going to go first drama agent speaks, then mystery, then joy. It's going to respect the order in this list, right? And we could send introductions too. So the agents could say, hey, I am the drama agent. So the agents are aware of each other. So maybe let's set this to true and let's see what's going to happen, right? Okay, so let's, I think I didn't run this actually. So let me run this guy. Let me run this as well. And this is the group chat manager, and it's nothing fancy. You just pass the group chat, which is this thing here, and the LLM, right? And why does it need an LLM? Because it's based on the description of these agents, it's gonna choose what agent will speak next, okay? And that's it, okay, so we have the manager, and that's it. So one of the agents in this case is saying, write a very short novel, just to, have less tokens and be a little bit faster. And in the end, you could have a summary done by the LLM. Let's see also what's going to happen, right? So write a very short novel. Next speaker is the mystery agent, the old house on Willow Creek. So anyway, it creates a story, and then the next agent continues the story. So hopefully this Emma here exists up there. Yeah, so Dr. Emma Taylor, and Emma's heart's quickened with a mix of fear and curiosity. It's creating a story, right? Like in a round-robin fashion in this case, right? So each agent is talking once in this round-robin fashion. You could go fancier here and replace this with auto. So with auto, again, it's going to decide who will speak next based on the descriptions of the agents. Usually you need a better LLM for this to work, so I have no idea what's going to happen here. Let's just run and see. Oh, well, I could have even changed this message to provide some guidance. Like maybe I could say, write a very short novel with lots of mystery, right? And then I would expect it to select the mystery agent more frequently. So yeah, so you can see now it doesn't necessarily follow round-robin order, right? So mystery, drama, mystery again, and apparently some agents sometimes are not saying anything for whatever reason. But yeah, just to give you a little bit of a flavor again of how this works, right? So I don't have much time, I'm going to stop here. So this is basically to show, again, imagine you have a more complex situation where you start with a very big problem and you have different agents that are capable of doing different things. So to bring it to a software engineering context, right? Maybe you want to have some agents you want to write some code, right? You want to generate some code. So then maybe you have an agent that tracks readability and another agent that tracks performance, because usually these are conflicting qualities, right? So then they'll be talking to each other, and hopefully in the end you have something that is like a trade-off between the two things, right? So that is the idea. You have agents with different skills and you can solve complex problems. Okay, I'll shut up. Thank you. Thanks so much.